Hello and welcome to Point of View, where we give students a place to listen, learn, and lead in. I'm your host, Delissa Troop, and today we'll be talking to the leadership of Northview's Environmental Club, Vidhi Tiwari and Adiva Putnam. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing well as well.
Okay. So Vidhi, I want to start with you because you're the co-founder and the co-president, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what was your inspiration behind founding the Environmental Club at Northview?
I guess the inspiration is everything that goes on in our generation and our society. We're supposed to be like the woke generation. We're supposed to be aware about what's going on in the environment, and we're supposed to implement changes. So Sophie and I both realized that in our school itself, in our community, there isn't any outlet for environmental outreaching. So we decided we should take that step forward and we should start a club for that.
And was this something like you cared passionately about before you started the club, or no?
Of course, even in gardening itself, tending to plants and fruits, like as a hobby, that was another thing. And then myself, I'm a vegetarian, and I tend to use sustainable products, vegan, cruelty-free products. So of course I've been aware about it and I've spread information about it as well. In fact, I think 2 summers ago, I was able to plant around 150 trees with my family in India to promote how trees are helping with agriculture and how we need to improve sustainability in third world countries.
So is this something that like your family cares about as well?
Yes, of course. I would say my family is deeply into the whole sustainability and being environmentally friendly trope. And it just my parents are my inspiration basically.
Okay. And Adiva, what about you? Like, why did you decide to join Environmental Club?
I decided to partner with Environmental Club because I was working on my Gold Award for Girl Scouts. So I was looking through like STEM opportunities, what can I do that's different and can help the world change and to help the world in general. So I was just searching online and my mom was helping me, and then we found out through the Georgia government website that there's this program called Adopt a Stream, and it's funded by the government. And basically I looked through the opportunities they have, and I saw that they had chemical monitoring, which sounded very interesting to me because you get to like play with chemicals and you get to test the water.
Don't know the science, guys.
Yeah, it just sounded interesting, so I looked into it, and it seemed like very important because you need to use these chemicals to test on the water and see what's in our water and see the pH and things like that, because you need to see if your water is clean and healthy, because we actually get all of our water from local waterways. Most of our water comes from the Chattahoochee River. So testing on these streams and bodies of water are really important. So I decided to use that as my Gold Award, and then I just started building up on there. And I saw that Vidhi already started an environmental club, so it would just be easier for me to partner with them to create a whole new club where people have to attend both environmental and do chemical monitoring.
Okay, that's cool. So tell me about other events or things that you guys accomplished over the past 2 years.
Okay, so over the past 2 years, let's start with sophomore year. I'm just gonna pull up a thing because I don't have the best memory, but let's see. So of course we started this last year in our sophomore year, and obviously it was online. So we first started small. Let's see, what's the thing we can start off with which will have a slight impact. So we started with spreading awareness about things that was going on in the environment currently. We'd urge our members to look at these petitions about what's happening in the Arctic, look at that. We started small, obviously. So then in, I believe, November of 2020, we had our first recycling talk, and we discussed the importance of recycling. And I was actually surprised as to how many people didn't know what exactly can and cannot get recycled, because in Johns Creek itself, you cannot recycle glass in your recycling bins. It's just you have to go to a separate facility to get that recycled. So we spread information about that, and then we brainstormed having a glass drive, like going by each neighborhood and collaborating with the HOAs and seeing if glass can be collected from each house if they have it, and send it. And obviously because it's COVID times, it was quite difficult to do that, so we couldn't really work on that. But then second semester, our plans really came to fruition. So we did Trees Atlanta Volunteering, which is a program that's based in Atlanta, and you can register for it as a club, as a community, as a group, or as an individual. So we signed up Northview for that, and we were able to get our members to do different programs on the weekends, and it's all across Atlanta. That was the beauty behind it. It wasn't just Johns Creek, it was like the entire region. You could go to Oakland, or you could go to Suwannee, Alpharetta, all those regions. So you could help plant trees and then all that. And then we had a compost talk and then an article on the Messenger spreading information about that in second semester of sophomore year. And then I think the biggest thing that we were able to do second semester was plant our first garden at Northview from our club. So it was really cool collaborating with our members and just creating something. It was so freshening to see, and just it was amazing to be able to do it and make it hands-on. And then this year, because school was online, we were really able to do stuff that we had planned. So obviously with the help of Adiva and with collaboration, we were able to do monthly chemical monitoring with our members, which is a great opportunity, I would think. Everything that Adiva mentioned about it, it really is a great program. And then along with chemical monitoring, we were able to do certification of members, myself included, and it was just a really cool, opportunity and way to do all that, to get certified in that. And then we were able to have, this is also with the Diva, to have online guest speakers from nature preserves, correct? If you want to elaborate on that.
Yeah, it was through AdoptaStream. She was actually the one who certified me, but I just reached out to her and she gave me a list of speakers. So she was willing enough to come last second because no one was really responding. And she gave us like a nice, she did a show and tell of the animals at her nature center, and she talked about it, so it was nice.
It was really nice. We got to see such cute turtles and everything. But yeah, and then also our biggest thing that me and Sophia were trying to do this year is lobby for, I don't know if I'm able to say this, but recycling doesn't happen at Northview. Like Miss Janess and her class, they collect recycling, but it ends up going in the same place as the trash does because the school or the county doesn't have, the I would guess say money to, do all that. So recycling doesn't happen at our school. So me and Sophia last semester we communicated with Downey and Mr. Hunter and Miss Janess on what we can do to help start that. And Mr. Hunter said it was a difficult thing to do because of how much waste is produced and how much money it costs to collect it, and it really is a county thing. It isn't by school. So you'd really have to contact the superintendent. So once we heard an update on that, Sophia and I straight away got planning to second semester. So this semester we have tons of plans. Specifically, I'm allowed to go in depth about it. Specifically collaborating with city council members about starting recycling and even composting at Northview. So I'm not sure if you know her, but Councilwoman Erin Elwood, I've been in contact with her about starting it. She's the one who gave us the idea to first start it at Northview and talk with Mr. Downey and Mr. Hunter about it. And then recently I was able to get in contact with Councilman Dilip Tunky, who elaborated on how he works on a non-profit organization that focuses on composting. So we're in contact with them to start lobbying for recycling and even composting to start at Johns Creek and at Northview as well. So it's great working with pro-environmental politicians in our community. So that's what we've been doing for second semester. And then we have our annual end of the year garden this year as well. So we're really excited for that. Since we have more members this year, we're going to be doing more plots, and it's going to be a much more collaborative,
It sounds really interesting. So it seems like this is something you guys are really passionate about, and you've seen, even when you guys were online, you seem to do a lot of work. So how much effort and work do you guys put in every week to plan all of this?
I would say it does take some time to plan the events, especially in COVID times. There's a lot of restrictions, so you have to be mindful about that, even more than usual. So I would say a decent amount of time planning events, seeing, and then we have to obviously ask our club sponsor, Miss Rogers, who's like so sweet and so supportive of our ideas, and she's always offering us new ideas as well. So, and then with Adiva's chemical monitoring.
Getting started last year, it actually took a lot of contacting and a lot of planning ahead of time, and I had to get confirmation from 3 different parties, so it did take a while. But now that all of that is done and everything is set, all I have to do is really just plan the dates, and then we're set for the field trips. But it did take a while last semester.
Yeah, even in the summer, Adiva was like really proactive with this. She reached out about this chemical monitoring that she had in the summer itself. So we started planning in the summer, and she reached out to all of them, and I was there, CC'd in all the emails, and I was seeing how much work and effort is put into it and how much responding and communicating it takes. So it definitely did take some effort to implement everything that we had and have planned. So.
And do you guys feel like it's been like successful? Like, do you feel proud of what you've done so far?
Yes, I definitely feel proud because we've gone so far where now we're doing monthly field trips ever since, I think, August, the first month of the school year. And we even got 7 people certified, and then I got certified, like recertified. So I think that was just wonderful, and I think I did really come far from just, talking to people to actually doing it.
Yeah, myself included. Our club last year, it only had, like in our first virtual meeting, about 8 people attended. And of course it was online. I was like, okay, whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. But obviously, I heard a little, like, you start something, you want people to join it. And then this year I was able to see how much growth we had. For even such simple club meetings, people actually attended. They showed that they cared, and they put their effort in as well. So of course I'm proud of everything that we have planned and people outreaching us. The fact that we're even able to work with local city government is just amazing to me. I'm really proud of. Like 2 years ago, we were just sitting on a team saying, hey, we should make a post about, being aware about the environment. And now it's like, oh, we're actually doing something. I'm showing you how to be environmentally aware and showing you and communicating with people who can help make that happen.
So for your like recycling and the composting center, like your plan to get that pushed forward, do you guys think that will be successful, or has it been difficult, like trying to reach people and stuff like that?
It definitely has been difficult because I reached out to the council people during the summer itself, and they said establishing a recycling center at Johns Creek will take a while. So it'll have to be through non-profit organizations that do separate recycling or separate composting, and that's exactly what Dilip Tunki does, because he works with an organization like that. So it won't directly be through the city government. It'll be more like a collaborative effort of both, like if it's implemented at school, it will have to be led by students. So yeah, it will take some effort to place.
And you guys are both juniors right now, so obviously is this something that you hope to accomplish before you graduate?
Yes.
Yes, and I hope that the underclassmen carry on our
Legacy.
legacy. Yeah,
I know, I hate to say it, but
Yeah.
like legacy, you have to kind of use it.
want to make it, sustainable.
Yeah.
Wanna keep it going.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you've started caring a lot more about the environment and stuff like that since you like started the club or joined the club?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've always been
definitely.
passionate about it, but being part of the club really made me more aware about things. Like,
Yes, and it's a great opportunity to meet other people that feel the same way. And I'm very proud of our club members too, because they take the time and effort out of their day to sign up for events and show up. So it was really a blessing to have these people, join these events and really promote these
yeah, it was raining one day and people still showed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we got this in the bag. Okay.
They definitely superseded my expectations. I wasn't expecting so many people to sign up. I really passed my goal.
That's
So
good.
it felt really nice.
Yeah. So would you encourage people to join environmental club, and what would you say to them if they could all hear you right now, all the new upcoming freshmen or sophomores or
I
juniors?
would say, if you care or if you want to be more educated about the environment, for sure join this club. It has opportunities that will help you become more advanced in learning about sustainability, and you will be on the action of helping spread awareness about sustainability. You will be like playing out and you will participate, and it's just a great first-hand experience. So definitely join.
Yeah, I agree with that statement, and I also think that many people don't think that when you're in high school and joining a club, you're not making that much of a difference. But that's not true, because when you're signing up for these events and you're really taking action, you're helping out so many people. Like, for example, in Adopt a Stream, they don't have as many volunteers, but with people joining chemical monitoring and people getting certified, you're helping that organization, and it's directly connected to the government. So things that may seem that, oh, I'm just one volunteer, what am I doing? It also, it's with other organizations too, not just that, of course.
Yeah, and
but it's very helpful.
Not even an organization, but your community itself. You're helping your community, and what better volunteering task and more rewarding task is that you're helping others and your community.
Yeah, and for free too.
Exactly.
It's not an incentive.
You don't gotta worry about those fees, all those $300 a semester. Don't worry about that.
Okay, I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you so much for having us.
Join Environmental Club.
Yes.
So this concludes our interview with Vidi and Adiva. Thank you so much for listening. For a transcript of this episode, head to the Point of View tab on our website, nhsmessenger.org, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook at NHS Point of View for updates and new episodes. I'm your host, Delissa Troop, and this has been Point of View.